Delta Blues Rice, we have been in operation since 2013. The way we got started, we had a small little handheld mill, and it gave us a real rough product, a broken grain product. And we would mill rice every year for Christmas and Thanksgiving and that kind of stuff, and give it away to friends and family. And everybody was like, "This is so good. What are you doing different?" And so from there, we decided to start buying equipment, and that's how Delta Blues Rice was formed. This is the rice plant. You know, as it grows, it's going to be green like this. That's not mature enough to harvest, but this rice right here is dried out a little bit. It's turned yellow. That's getting to be more mature. And from there, we'll put about 1 to 2 inches of water over the whole field, and the rice stays on flood until we're ready to drain about 2 or 3 weeks before harvest. And we start harvesting around August, September. Rice, honestly, it's a harder crop to grow just because yields can be impacted so drastically by heat. If you have a lot of heat during the pollination period, the rice won't produce a really good head. We process probably 60 acres of what we grow on the farm, and then we run that through the milling facility. I want to be in the mill to actually mill the rice so I can see how it looks coming out, just to ensure that it's fresh. This is what rice looks like. It's off the plant. It still has a husk attached to it. This machine right here is the rice mill. This removes the husk, which gives you brown rice. This takes the rice bran off of the rice, and that gives you white rice. From the rice mill, it goes through just a little sifting process, and this is called a color sorter. What this machine does is it uses the camera. As the rice falls through it, it looks at the colors of the grain, and if it's like a black color, it'll use a little jet of air to jet it out, and that way it gets it out of the process. And this machine, what it does is it weighs out 1 pound of rice, and then from there I just push a button and it fills the bag up. Delta Blues Rice has 5 products. We have a jasmine rice, your regular standard long grain white and brown rices, and then we have a brown rice grit and a white rice grits. People think, when they hear the word grits, they think of corn. Rice grits are just broken grains of rice. If you like rice, you're going to love rice grits because they cook up real creamy. I don't like to have a lot of rice pre-milled just because of spoilage issues. Just want to keep it as clean as possible. So I might mill every week. It's kind of how I do it, just to make sure the rice is as fresh as possible. I actually had a chef tell me, he's like, I opened up your bag of rice and I smelled it. He's like, your rice smelled fresh. And I was like, it made me think, how often do you hear of fresh rice? You hear of fresh peaches and apples, but you don't hear of fresh rice. So I thought that was an interesting concept.
For more Fit to Eat recipes and kitchen tips, subscribe to Mississippi Public Broadcasting.